Hello, my name is Paola.
Hello, my name is Ryan.
Hello, my name is Katie and we're all from Ripley St Thomas Sixth Form.
I wanted to interview Velma because I wanted to know why she has fostered so many kids in her life.
I wanted to interview Velma to find her perspective on that stage of her life.
I wanted to interview Velma because she has a fascinating story and I wanted to be part of sharing it.
My name is Velma Keating and I've fostered children for 47 years and I've been involved in scouting for 43 years and 3 months and I live at Bear, Morecambe.
So how many children did you foster?
I fostered and looked after 193.
What inspired you to do it in the first place?
And I vowed and declared that my kids, or any kids I'd looked after, would have a better life than what I had. I was brought up in a family where, in the war, and my mum used to have different boyfriends, and all 5 sisters have all got a different dad. And the last one was my stepfather, and he was just very, very aggressive. And we didn't say anything, or if we said anything we used to get a good idea. And if we were late home we used to have to sneak through up over under the water tank and into the bedroom, so we didn't get a good idea. That's some of it. And I had 3 children of my own and I found out I couldn't have any more because I wanted a great big family. And then my brother's wife died, so I fostered his 2 kids. The hardest difficulty was letting them go. When they come, they've got sort of a few hang-ups. This is what the kids have been through. Like the Indian boys, their mum were mentally sick and she threw hot rice water over them. So they had to be treated different to the others because they'd been through a traumatic effect.
Yeah.
You know, the babies sometimes get the sort of parental treatment when you sort of put them to bed, and you know, and they cry in the middle of the night, and you've got to pick them up and feed them and put them back to bed again. But, no, they've all been spoiled the same, all of them.
When did you stop fostering?
When my husband died, and I realised that fostering kids needs 2 parents.
Yeah. So like, how long did you normally have the children for then?
Some was as long as 2 or 3 days, some was 6 weeks, some was 4 years, and Elo was 18 months when he came to me, and he didn't go until university and he's still around. Yeah. And the Indian boys stay with me long periods as well. They were 5, 6 and 7 and they went to university from my house. They email me and on Facebook,
Yeah.
and text me. If they haven't heard from me for about a week, they normally text me, "Are you alright?" And
What did you find most rewarding out of it?
the love I got from them. You get an awful lot of love from the kids. You gain their trust and you get an awful lot of love out of them.
So did they treat you like a mother?
Yeah, yeah. But I always made a point of saying it was Auntie Velma, for the simple reason, if they had to go back home, it wouldn't upset them too much, because they didn't want to call 2 people mums, did they?
So what was the most kids that like you'd fostered at one time? How many people were in your house? And that's a lot then, isn't it? It sounds very hectic.
That's with my own children as well. There
Yeah.
was 10 of us all together.
That does sound like a very big family, but it'd be nice, isn't it, to have a lot of people around?
It is, yeah. It's rewarding as well, you know.
So did the children get on with each other well? Or?
Oh, You used to have some spats, but they mostly get on all right with them, you know. Because we used to go on holiday, we took them to Germany and France and Spain, and we used to take them in a minibus and a caravan behind us, taking camping.
So did the children then go on to be adopted after they'd stayed with you?
No, because there was, most of them would come from sort of difficult backgrounds where the mum wanted them, but they weren't physically able enough to look after them.
So like, how many different homes would they normally like go through in their life?
Some was 2 or 3. If they thought if the parents thought the kids were getting really too attached, then they'd want to move to another foster home.
They keep in contact with each other?
Oh yeah. Yeah, most of them, we were having a party in July, and most of them are all coming down. Some of them come from Lancaster, some come from London, some from Manchester, some from Edinburgh. The multiracial boys and Nigerian and the Indian boys, not the Indian boys, the Nigerian and the Ghana, the children from Ghana, they all came from London and Manchester. A lot of them now, they won't put coloured children with English people because of the backgrounds and everything. But I always made sure that they always kept in touch with their culture,
Yeah.
and their religion.
So like, how did they do that then?
Well, we used to go to the university and take them to the university church up there, and the Muslim boys to the mosque, and the Catholic ones we took to the St Peter's.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when we went to church, we all went to church together.
Yeah.
Even when we went to the Catholic church, they all came with us. I hadn't seen one of the foster children for 20 years, and this was just 6 months ago, and I got a telephone call saying, "I'm getting married, Auntie Velma. Can you come down to King's Lynn?" And that was just 2 weeks before the wedding. So I said yes. We got in the car and we drove down to King's Lynn, and we had a Nigerian wedding down there. One of the foster kiddies put me in for the MBE. It's for fostering and for scouting.
So what did the scouting involve then?
The scouts involve, I run the beavers, cubs, and I help with the scouts occasionally now. I used to do it all, but I'm slowing down a bit because of my age.
How did you find time for it all? Or
No.
I don't know. I used to get up at 6 in the morning, make the packing ups if they wanted sandwiches and stuff. Make sure they all got a shower. All the uniforms were all done the night before. And put them all off to school. I used to shove them in the car and take them from one school to another. The last one used to get in of school about 9:10. Well, that was all I wanted. I wanted to be loved. And I got a lot of love from all the children. And I couldn't ask for any more.